Hello from the studios. Good to be with you here on Maisha Prime News, the bulletin that brings you news, developing stories, politics, education, and also what is happening at the business sector and much more. Now, a lot has been happening in our country of late, with sad news making headlines every day. As we approach August 9th polls and Kenyans are protesting and asking hard questions. The big question is, are they getting satisfying answers? We will see at the end of the bulletin. Now on to our top stories this morning. Aspirant in Mombasa was shot 22 times and escaped death and rushed to hospital in what many allege to be an assassination attempt. But police are still going on with investigations. Also this morning, we look at Wiper leader Kalonzo Musyoka, who declared that the running mate position at Azimio One Kenya Alliance is his preserved slot. We have these and many more stories in the bulletin from around the 47 counties and beyond prepared for you. Welcome to the authoritative, unbiased and incisive bulletin that airs Monday to Friday at 8 p.m. and 9 a.m. and on weekends, that is Saturday and Sunday at 9 p.m. My name is Bushebe Jr. Now, police in Mombasa County are investigating an incident where a politician's vehicle was sprayed with bullets on Tuesday night. The victim, Ali Mwasau, was heading home from a mosque at around 10 p.m. when the incident happened in Chuda near JCC Buxton. Mwasau, who is aspiring to clinch the Mvita Member of Parliament seat on a UDA ticket, was ambushed by gunmen in two vehicles. The gunmen sprayed his vehicle with 22 bullets. Coast Regional Commissioner John Elungata confirmed the incident, saying a probe into the matter has been launched. Mwasau is currently receiving treatment at a Mombasa hospital, and Hassan Omar, a UDA candidate in the Mombasa gubernatorial race, said Mwasau sustained multiple gunshot wounds.
Tulikuwa na Bamburi, akafuturu Bamburi, alafu akaamua kutoka, akasema yuenda Chuda. Kabla hajafika kwake akavamiwa na gari mbili. Zikajaribu kumshambulia, ikabidi aachilie gari, ajifanye kambi amefariki, akagonga mti, akalala. Ile gari zikamwachilia, zikaenda zikajificha, hazikwenda mahali. Ali aliposhuka akachukua tuktuk, akawa wajileta hospitali mwenyewe. Zikajua kama Ali hajakufa. Wakamfukuza Ali paka hapa hospitali. Ali alipochukuliwa na tuktuk kuingizwa ndani na kelele, ile gari ilirotate hapa na ikaregea mbio ikaenda zake. Kumaanisha hichi kisasi bado chaendelea na Ali hana usalama.
Ilikuwa imeathiri zaidi mkono wake wa kulia ambapo inasemekana ndio alijikinga nao.
Kalonzo Musyoka insists that he is the right person to deputize the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya presidential candidate Raila Odinga in the coming election. Speaking during the launch of the Wiper People Living with Disability organ on Tuesday, the former vice president said that he would not wish to discuss the possibility of being Raila's running mate in the coming elections because the position was obviously reserved, in quotes. This comes even as both Raila and Ruto collectively play the running mate card.
Candidate are supporting Raila Odinga. Sasa tukisema hii ni gome hapa na hii ni gome hapa, tunamharibia hata kura presidential candidate.
With elections knocking the door in less than 3 months, questions about who would deputize ODM party leader Raila Odinga under the Azimio la Umoja ticket continue to fill the political air in the run-up to August polls. The contest between ODM leader Raila Odinga and Deputy President William Ruto to succeed President Uhuru Kenyatta is likely to be decided by their choice of running mates. For Odinga, with a few names like former Gatanga Member of Parliament and Planning Assistant Minister Peter Kenneth, Agricultural Secretary Peter Munya, and Nakuru Governor Lee Kinyanjui on the limelight. Raila is faced with an uphill task of picking a running mate without upsetting his voting bloc. For Raila, a Luo-Kikuyu combination would eliminate the historical divisions that have existed among the two communities since after independence and which tend to flare up during elections. It would also assure the powerful Kikuyu elite that its interests will be safe. But accepting the logic of a Kikuyu running mate for Odinga is easier than picking one. Who will fit the bill? Adding to the quagmire is the entry of Kalonzo Musyoka to the Azimio la Umoja coalition, who deputized Raila in the defunct CORD and NASA coalitions in the 2013 and 2017 general elections and could be eyeing the position in Azimio la Umoja movement once again. Ukambani leaders allied to the Wiper leader are now tabling their demands while working under the Azimio la Umoja, demands that they insist must be fulfilled. According to the CAS Ministry of Labour Jackson Kala, their irreducible minimum is to see Kalonzo deputize Mr. Odinga in the August polls.
Ulikuwa running mate wa Raila in 2013, ukashare with ambitions because of the great interest of this country. In 2017 bado ukamuondokea tena Raila. Mkakubaliana kwamba 2022 anakuunga mkono, lakini wewe kwa sababu ya kupenda nchi hii tena ukamuondokea. As a community, our irreducible minimum is a running mate slot yako na Raila Odinga. Hiyo inajulikana kwa kila mtu. It goes without saying. If one is a presidential candidate, then automatically the other leader deputizes him.
Wiper Democratic Movement, the party Mr. Musyoka leads, has a strong base in the lower eastern region where a majority of its 19 elected members of parliament come from and pockets of support in Nairobi and Coast. In 2007, he made a credible presidential run, emerging third with 8.91% of the votes behind then President Kibaki, who became the winner, and Mr. Odinga. But his tendency to flip-flop or blow hot and cold on major decisions has also made him one of the most caricatured politicians in the Kenyan media. A popular portrayal of him in newspaper cartoons is that of a watermelon, green on the outside and red on the inside. On the flip side is the Mount Kenya region that is keen on clinching the deputy seat under Azimio la Umoja movement. But accepting the logic of a Kikuyu running mate for Mr. Odinga is still easier than picking one. Who fits the bill? The weighty matter has been the topic of discussion, even forcing some Mount Kenya elders to weigh in on the debate, urging the Azimio flag bearer to consider picking a running mate from the Mount Kenya region.
Kwa sababu juzi tulitazama na tukasikia ya kwamba kuna mtu fulani amekuja. Na amekuja akiwa na masharti. Nasi tunasema ya kwamba alisema anataka kuombea baba wetu Raila Amolo Odinga kura ama atazunguka Kenya mzima. Hivi leo nataka kusema ya kwamba uwezi kuja siku mbili uingie kwa Azimio na uanze kusema utatafuta. Tayari kura tumetafuta.
The elders who spoke in Kitale after a consultative meeting demanded the deputy president slot in Azimio la Umoja coalition owing to the region's vote power, a move that may cause anxiety in one of the formidable political associations in the country.
Sisi kama wanaazimio tumezunguka the whole Republic of Kenya tukiuliza wananchi wa Kenya, munataka nani awe the fifth president of the Republic of Kenya? Jibu ikawa wazi kwa watu wote tukiwa Kasarani ya kwamba wana Kenya wana imani na Raila Amolo Odinga. Hiyo ndiyo sababu Uhuru hakuwa na lake bali ni kupea wa Kenya haki yao, kwa sababu hilo ndiyo chaguo la wa Kenya.
Tunataka kumtetea presidenti wetu wa 5 wa nchi hii yetu, Mheshimiwa Raila Amolo Odinga. Ya pili, tunataka kumtetea presidenti wetu Mheshimiwa Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. Hatutaki hawa watu wawili wapewe pressure na mtu yeyote.
For Maisha Prime, Maisha Television, Abushabi Jr. Now, hundreds of protesters blocked the Kisii-Kilgoris road to pile pressure on authorities to bring to book the killers of Thomas Okari Award Rep aspirant. Mr. Okari planned to take part in ODM party primaries to contest the BAMBA Borabu ward seat in Bomachoge Borabu constituency. He had traveled that day home from Nairobi to prepare for the primaries that are planned for Thursday. But what happened next has left many people and Kenyans and people in Kisii County in general and Bomachoge Borabu in particular dumbfounded. Unknown assailants entered his house as he slept and stabbed him with sharp objects on Monday morning. He bled to death. On Wednesday, Bomachoge Borabu constituents protested demanding justice for the butchered politician. Now, the electoral agency has announced key timelines that candidates and political parties must adhere to ahead of the August polls. In the newly released dates, political parties are required to submit a certified member list to the offices of the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission (IEBC) by Saturday, that is April 9th. The list must be certified by the Office of Registrar of Political Parties (ORPP). The ORPP had indicated there are over 24 million Kenyans registered as political party members, about 1.5 million more than the 22.15 million registered voters. Parties are also required to submit the names of aspirants, venue, and the dates of primaries by Saturday, April 9th. Some parties, like Raila Odinga's Orange primaries by April 22nd.
The IEBC is a creature of the law. We follow what's in the law.
Well, folks, with that story, I'm taking first short commercial break. I'll be back with more news. Stay tuned. When it comes to technical training and research in science, technology, and innovation, you can trust Matili Technical Training Institute, whether it's certificate or diploma in institutional management, automotive engineering, mechanical engineering courses, electrical and electronics engineering, information and communication technology, building construction and civil engineering, business studies, among many. We provide the best practical training and theoretical knowledge. Our exams is from the trusted examination bodies, among them NITA, KASNEB, NEC, among others. To apply for admission at Matili Technical College, visit our website www.matilitechnical.ac.ke. You can also call us on 0721 664 708 or 0724 402 786. You can also send your application to PO Box 765204, Kimilili, Matili Technical Training Institute, located in Kimilili constituency in Bungoma. Matili Technical Training Institute, a center of excellence in mechanical engineering. Welcome to Millennium Diploma Teachers Training College. Millennium Diploma TTC has been instrumental in producing diploma teachers for secondary schools in Kenya in sciences, languages, and humanities. Millennium Teachers Training College is located in Musikoma Ward in Bungoma County and is registered to offer diploma in counseling, community health and nutrition, business management, tourism management, artisan in construction technology, artisan in storekeeping, and artisan in catering and accommodation operations. For application and more information, call 0727 626 614 or 0707 542 507. You can also send your email to millenniumteacherscollege@gmail.com. You can visit the facility at Musikoma Ward in Bungoma County. Welcome to Millennium Diploma Teachers Training College. Maisha TV, sasa ni bora zaidi.
Kama sio kimwili, kiroho.
Yaani ninahisi kabisa hata mimi na wewe tutapokuwa pamoja. Mimi nikifanya kitu chochote ndani kwako itakuwaje?
Maisha Swahili.
Kwa hiyo anahitaji majibu.
Mdomo mnaushona ndugu yangu. Kama maisha ndo nimeshapata na nimeyapata kupitia bahati yako. Usidanganyane. Wewe ndo chanzo cha kumharibia mwanangu maisha.
Ndio Mr. Kanijo bwana. Achiola.
Vijana wa kiume hasa waliotimia wameguzwa wanawake.
Na sijui umetokea wapi wewe mzee kuja kutia dosari maisha yako.
Uzee mwisho Chalinzi hapa alikuja Dar es Salaam wote vijana.
Mimi ninachotaka kujua ni nini ya hatima mahusiano yenu.
Yaani swali hilo ni sawa na kuuliza samaki anapatikana baharini au vipi?
Tunaifanya mzaa.
Sikutaka tena kuendelea kuwa fala kama unavyonichukulia.
Tazama, furahia katika Maisha TV. Now welcome back. Burkina Faso's former president Blaise Compaoré was sentenced to life imprisonment for complicity in the 1987 murder of his predecessor Thomas Sankara in a coup. A military tribunal ruled on Wednesday over the matter. The charismatic Marxist revolutionary Sankara was gunned down in the West African nation's capital Ouagadougou at the age of 37, 4 years after he took power in a previous push. Compaoré was charged in absentia along with his former head of security Hyacinthe Kafando, who also was sentenced to life imprisonment. Both have previously denied any involvement in Sankara's death, along with 12 other defendants accused of involvement in the plot, 3 of whom were declared innocent on Wednesday. Compaoré went on to rule for 27 years before being ousted in another coup in 2014 and fleeing to Ivory Coast, where he is still believed to be living. Fondly known as Africa's Che Guevara, he took power on a promise to thwart corruption and post-colonial influences, denouncing foreign aid as a control mechanism. He rolled out mass vaccination against polio, banned female circumcision and polygamy, and was one of the first African leaders to publicly recognize the growing AIDS epidemic as a threat for the continent. A former fighter was Sankara, and Sankara won public support in the impoverished nation by selling a government fleet of Mercedes, lowering the pay of well-off public servants, and forbidding first-class state travel. He cut down his own salary, refused to work with air conditioning, and jogged through Ouagadougou unaccompanied. Critics say his reforms curtailed freedoms and did little to enrich ordinary people. But admiration remains. Over the weekend, students gathered around white flowers marking the spot where Sankara was shot. Now, Azimio la Umoja, One Kenya, headed by ODM leader Raila Odinga, has appointed former Jubilee Secretary General Raphael Tuju as the executive director for its campaign secretariat. In a statement, the Azimio team said that Tuju will start his role as the head of the secretariat with immediate effect. In his role, Tuju will coordinate all member parties of Azimio as well as lead the strategic and program teams that will see Raila win the presidency in the August elections. Mohammed and former Dagoretti South legislator Dennis Waweru spent 10 billion shillings to popularize the initiative. They further claim that an additional 20 billion shillings was spent by various unnamed principals, secretaries, and other accounting officers to push for public support of the process. The leaders maintain that the promoters of the BBI initiative, which was shot down by the Supreme Court, have violated different provisions of the Constitution and must be held accountable once the audit is concluded.
Our members at the National Assembly are moving a motion compelling the Auditor General to undertake a forensic audit on all public funds spent in the illegal process from inception to date.
Lakini mimi naona hii mwaka tutamuweka kwa wheelbarrow this year.
Def Murade, another one called Francis Atwoli. Walikuwa wanapiga kelele kila siku. Nobody can stop reggae. Siji Raila lazima kuwe president. Raila ni Mandela moment. Walisema maneno mingi. Jana mahakama kuu imewagonga na nyundo.
Nataka nichukue nafasi hii kupongeza mahakama ya upeo ya taifa ya Kenya kwa kutusaidia kama wananchi wa Kenya.
The president and his project, his puppet project, please, you have enough eggs on your face. Save yourself from further embarrassment. Stop promising Kenyans that you will change the constitution after the elections. Kenyans are more interested in changing the economy and getting back money into their pockets.
Lamu kuna big issue ya mambo ya ardhi. Tunataka ardhi zipimwe, hawa wananchi wapewe hati miliki. Jambo la tatu, kuna port hapa Lamu. Hii port ya Lamu, watu wa Lamu hawajanufaika nayo. Ni kweli ama
Ngonjiri. Kazi tulikuwa tumepanga ya kujenga manyumba 500,000 ndio vijana wapate kazi, akasimamisha. Kazi tulipanga ya universal health care, vile tutaweka madawa kwa hospitali, ikasimama. Kazi tulikuwa tumepanga ya kuweka irrigation kwa kila shamba, watu walime na irrigation, ikasimama. Kazi tulipanga ya universal health care, kila mtu apate matibabu bila kulipa, ikasimama. Ile hasara hii mtu ya kitendawili ametia nchi hii ni hasara kubwa sana.
Now, Education Cabinet Secretary George Magoha has announced that the Form 1 selection results will be released by Tuesday next week. Speaking to the media, Professor Magoha, after commissioning a competency-based curriculum CBC at the Kenya High School, Magoha stated that Form 1 placement is progressing well and will be completed well within schedule. He further reiterated that the selection criteria will be based on affirmative action considering geographical distribution countrywide, such that all top students from across the country will be put together before they are placed in national schools. On the other hand, he assured that KCSE marking is being done with integrity and that the ministry anticipates the results to be out by the end of the month. So far, 90% of construction of Phase 1 of CBC classrooms has been completed, and after the marking of the Kenya Certificate of Secondary Education KCSE examination is completed, the second phase will begin.
The results could be out, if we are lucky, maybe Monday or Tuesday. When I want to go personally and make sure that nobody has corrupted and that we have protected the weakest link. And like in the past where all the children from the poor backgrounds used to be elbowed aside because of money, this shall not take place under my care. It shall not. So you are likely to hear a lot of noise from people who are used to saying, well, my child had this and why did they not go this? I am more attracted to that child in the slum in Nyeri who has scored reasonably well and has no capacity to go to high school, to come to this school, and the government, through His Excellency's magnanimity, pays for her school fees for 4 years. For those children who have no capacity, I want to thank His Excellency the President again for making available a large sum of money which is going to enable us to get scholarships, elimu scholarships, for 9,000 disadvantaged children. 4,000 of those children will come from urban slums, like the ones in Nyeri. I've been to all of them. And the others will now be to every sub-county. That's what I would like to be remembered to. But of course, tomorrow we'll start saying, oh, this guy is crazy because he has left this one had so far. If you pick a girl in Samburu who has 399 marks, what if that girl had opportunities in Nairobi? Tell me, if he had equal opportunities. That is my brief from the President, and I must do.
Now folks, I'm taking a short commercial break. The second break, I'll be back with more news. Stay tuned.